Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Melissa, I write books. It is day 12 of daily videos for the month of November, writing 75,000 words of an adult thriller in 1 month, everyone. 1 month, which I feel like the first 2 weeks of this month were so wild just for several reasons, like personally and, you know, worldly. Just a lot going on, and also so out of my usual routine because starting last Wednesday, I have been off of work. I just took a week off, which I think was good. And I have really, I have not unplugged from the internet clearly because you've seen too much of me, frankly, but I've really unplugged from like work. I think it's been really nice, but it's also nice because I was in the shower this morning. I was thinking about work. That does not happen very often. And it wasn't in a bad way. It was in like, oh, here's this idea for this video I could make for my job. And I was like, thinking about work? I was like, who is she? Who is she? So I think it was really nice to take a step away from work fully and like really focus in on projects and content and honestly rest. I know you might be like, Alyssa, how is it possible that you've been resting? But honestly, the last few days, I could have been working much more than I have been, and I have tried to be intentional about like reading a little bit more. I haven't started any new books, but I've just been like rereading old books that I used to read all the time, just like kind of settling in a little bit. I have today off, but today is my last day off, and so I'm kind of treating it like I'm trying to kind of get back into, yes, I'm writing a book, yes, I'm making daily vlogs, but I also am living another life, like a real, like an adult human life where I have responsibilities, you know? But it's been really nice to step away and write. Today I actually have to go into, it's not my job, it's a different, like I just have like some contract stuff to do this morning. I have some of that to do, and I'll have a little bit of video editing for that as well. And then this afternoon I plan to do a good chunk of writing, but I also just want to meal prep and like really clean a little bit more, solidify the habit of like, I'm a person who cleans every day, Alyssa, okay? You clean every day, please. My throat is also really starting to suffer. I don't know if it's just a delayed reaction from the writing 20,000 words like through dictation, or if it's just like the combination of vlogging and dictating. It's just a lot of talking, and so I'm kind of excited to go back to work where I like have to, like, yes, I'll be in a meeting and I'm sure I'll talk to people there, but like I'll probably just have to sit for an hour and work on things without talking to you or speaking out loud, you know? Anyway, so I'm drinking some throat coat tea, which I used to drink a lot of when I was in like theater, and I'd be so dramatic, like my voice, I've been singing so much, my voice is gone. I was that girl. I did bring a whiteboard to school because my throat didn't work anymore. She was dramatic. In terms of the writing, I did stream this morning at 6, and I edited through some dictation. I did not get very much done at all. I was very tired this morning, which is to be expected. It's the first time I've really woken up at that time in a while. In a while, I mean like a week. But really I'm thinking I need to outline the rest of the book before I keep writing. And so I'm gonna spend a little bit of time today doing that. I think it will come. The last time I outlined, I didn't really know exactly where it was going, but when I started writing the outline, it just like all clicked into place. And so I'm hopeful that that will happen again. So I need to know how the book ends. Like that is kind of pivotal at this point, especially with the pace I want to start. And then I also want to do another 2,500 words of dictation for sure today. So that's kind of what my afternoon block of writing is going to be, I think, is outlining and then doing another 2,500 words, and then maybe, depending on what time it is, editing through a little bit more dictation because I really did not get through very much today. But also I found myself really filling every hour with work, and I do love to work on things that I love to work on. Like I love to edit YouTube videos and I love to make them and write. Like all these things are good work and work that I'm choosing to do, but I have noticed I am literally scheduling 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. to the minute. And the things I'm scheduling in, some of them are like going on a walk and like making dinner, but I'm not really letting my schedule breathe at all. And I think that can be kind of dangerous for me because I will just work. Like I'm feeling myself getting a little bit tired. And maybe it's just my throat. I think when my throat is sore, like I feel like because everything that comes out of my mouth sounds tired, it makes me feel tired. I don't know. But just trying to work in a little bit more of that rest, maybe start reading a book, listening to an audiobook. I think I need to listen to something like super palatable, because the thought of listening to something like with a lot of that's really literary sounds Like I just like doesn't seem like it's gonna go well because it sounds like not approachable enough. Like maybe I haven't wanted to read a romantasy in a while, but maybe I'll like listen to a romantasy where I'm like, I know there's gonna be action, I know there's gonna be tension, I know it's gonna be fast paced and like very approachable and palatable. I just haven't read in a long time, and so it's difficult. But I actually have a book recommendation. It's a book I've recommended before. It's a little bit older. It's by Adrienne Young, who writes a lot of young adult fantasy. The book is called The Sky in the Deep, and it's so beautiful. It's such a good book. And I think this is why I'm recommending it, is I was rereading it because there's like this certain part that I really like in the book, and I was just rereading it, and then I ended up rereading like a good chunk of it just before I went to bed. And this is a fantasy book, but it's about like two clans who it's funny actually, every 5 years like come to a battleground and kill each other, and then like go off and live their separate lives for 5 years and then come back and kill each other again, like have this big battle. And the main character, her brother had died in it 5 years ago, but then when she goes back to fight, she notices that her brother is like fighting on the other side. Like he didn't actually die, he's been living with this other clan, and then she gets taken by this other clan, and like it's also a romance, but not with her brother. I didn't really like, the first time I read it, I didn't really like pick up. I mean, I picked up on the themes, but I think reading it in the light of like maybe tensions that are going on around us right now, nice to like kind of work through some of those emotions and feelings and like criticisms in a fictional setting. And I think The Sky in the Deep, it's not about politics. It's not about specific things going on in our world right now, but it's about two groups of people who hate each other, you know? If you're looking for like a way to kind of work through that through fiction, The Sky in the Deep was really like, it really hit me. I like almost cried. I was like, this is a really healthy way, I think, to like process through division. Anyway, side tangent, I guess, book recommendation. Here I am saying I haven't read, and then like there's that book, but it was a really good book to read after this week is what I'm gonna say. I actually would like to get some video editing done this morning, so I don't know if you're gonna see me until the afternoon because I'm gonna go and do that contract work that I was mentioning and then come back. So yeah, I'll see you. And I also need to meal prep this morning, so I'll probably see you then. Okay, bye. Hi, it is like 5:30. The day has escaped me. I have done no writing since the morning, which is okay. I just ended up going on a long walk, falling down a few TikTok spiral holes, chatting with some friends. It was good, it was fine. And I'm meal prepping right now, which meal prepping always takes so much more time than I remember, you know? So doing that, do a little bit of outlining. I think I'm gonna plan to work from like 6:15 to 7:30, which is a good amount of time. I should be able to do that outlining I need to, and like, I honestly think it'll take me 20 minutes to think through the ending of the book. And I don't need to have it solid, I just need to know a little bit more. I'm like going on dates with the plot because I'm like, listen, I don't need to know your whole life story. I don't need to know everything, but I need to know a couple of things to see if we are moving in the right direction. I don't know what this metaphor is, but like, I feel like I'm on a third date with the plot right now. Like, I get the general vibe, like I know what your style is, I know how tall you are, I know that your profile matches what you look like, but I don't really know, you know, your family. I'm just really trying But I think we need to be like in a committed relationship, me and the plot. Now we don't need to be married, but we need to be like boyfriend, girlfriend dating, you know? What is this metaphor? Anyway, and then I should still have time to dictate 2,000 words, but I'm gonna have a hard cutoff at 7:30 so I can edit this video, but also get to bed on time because I'm working again in the morning. Barf. Yeah, I don't have any updates because I haven't done any writing. LOL. And I was starting to get stressed because I was like, the day is escaping me. But Alyssa, like, if you were working, you wouldn't start writing until 6 anyway. Like, in the evening, you know? If these potatoes don't turn out, I am gonna be so sad. But I think they will. See when I write. Ugh. I just want to sign up this video by saying a huge thank you to everyone because I was really not gonna write. I had outlined and then the outlining wasn't working, so I did this thing where I went into my calendar and like blocked out like when I want to get to each like point in the book that I know, so I can kind of see what parts of the plot do I need to get through to be done with the book by the end of November. And I was like, okay, that's gonna be it for writing. I just feel really dead. And then I said that Andy was live, which I should have put that in my calendar. I'm so mad I didn't, because if I would have known that she was live, I would have like probably written for an hour and a half. Anyway, I just like got this new burst of energy going in that stream, and like when I joined chat, everyone was like, oh my gosh, like Alyssa, like you inspire me, and like saying all these like such kind things, and it just like gave me this new motivation and this new perspective, and I just wanted to say thank you for that. So my authortube shout out for the day is all of you. That doesn't count. I just can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are lots of people, and I'll link them all tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. Drop a star emoji because you're all a star. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.